My name is Zach Munn. This is my presentation on The Big Three Killed My Baby by the White Stripes. So the White Stripes were born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Their names were Jack and Meg White. They were actually married for some time, even though they ended up divorcing in the late 2000s. The band was formed in 1997, and Jack had a certain love for the 1948 Tucker sedan, which was a car created by Preston Tucker shortly after World War II. The band is actually somewhat obsessed with the number 3 for some reason. So the number 3, the White Stripes always had their songs consist of 3 sounds. It was either the vocals, guitars, and drums, or vocals, piano, and drums, or some mixture of those within the number 3. They never had 4 different sounds or 5 different sounds. It was always 3. As well, black, white, and red, so only 3 colors were only used for the band. So any album that you look up or any press release to promote the band, any picture was always in black, white, and red. The number 3 is also referenced in the song I'm analyzing, The Big Three Killed My Baby. The Big Three referenced in the song are automotive giants Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler. So the lyric, the big 3 killed my baby, no money in my hand again. The big 3 killed my baby, nobody's coming home again. This particular lyric is in reference to a certain car that Jack enjoyed, the Tucker sedan. It was rumored that the big 3 were responsible for running Preston Tucker's car company into the ground. This was because Preston Tucker, he was creating these cars that were lasting a long time, and they were very reliable cars that did not need a lot of fixing, which obviously takes away from the profits of Ford, GM, and Chrysler, because these companies were creating, they were trying to create a larger quantity of cars versus quality. So obviously having a car that lasts a long time is a big threat to them. So they had Preston Tucker investigated for certain things to do with his ties to World War II, as he was responsible for creating torpedoes in World War II. And also there was an investigation of fraud into Preston Tucker, although he was acquitted for any fraud charges or fraud investigations. So the lyric, why don't you take the day off and try to repair? A billion others don't seem to care. Better ideas are stuck in the mud. The motor's running on Tucker's blood. This verse is in reference to the big 3 automotive giants manufacturing their vehicles in a way that they break down easily and they require constant fixes. This allows the big 3 companies to make more money off of the general public because they have to buy newer cars all the time, or they have to buy parts directly from the company to have their cars fixed. The verse also references that the big 3 used some of Tucker's ideas to further their own progress with their vehicles. So it was rumored that they had taken some of Tucker's ideas to enhance certain areas of their cars and vehicles, while obviously keeping their vehicles to a point where they would need fixing frequently. The gas and oil industry is also referenced in this song, so don't let them tell you the future is electric, because gasoline is not measured in metric. This is in reference to the U.S. not using the metric scale and using the imperial scale instead. This lyric says that the future of electric cars won't happen because the gas and oil companies in the USA would lose large amounts of money if that were to happen. So obviously anytime there's more electric cars on the road, the gas companies don't make as much money. And the oil company faces are grinning. Again, another reference to the fact that oil and gas companies are attempting to keep the automotive industry majorly based on gas and oil, and this lyric seems to suggest that they're doing a very good job of it, and they're making their profits remain very high. So this is in reference to the city of Detroit, obviously where Jack and Meg White came from. I'm about to have another blowout. The term blowout, when used in a real estate sense, means when a large number of people are vacating an area kind of at the same time. So in 1999, the big three automotive companies, Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, attempted to move most of production out of Michigan, which related to people moving themselves out of Detroit because the city kind of had started to become run down because employment rates were through the roof. And all these people that worked in the production plants were left without jobs. So when people left Detroit and Michigan as a whole, it became a real estate blowout, which caused houses to be abandoned. Hotels in Detroit now are boarded up and haven't been lived in for years, which also brings us back to the term "baby" in this song, which is in reference to the city of Detroit, because the city that Jack and Meg were born in, they see it as their baby, and they see it as the big three killed their baby, because with them moving out of Detroit and out of Michigan, it kind of drove Detroit into the ground, and it's not what it once was, not even close. So for my references, I used two articles. One was from April 23rd, 2008, the other November 30th, 2020. So there's kind of a two different eras, if you want to say. That's my presentation on the White Stripes, the Big Three Killed My Baby.